Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Maya Green, and today we're going to be talking about how do you know, how can you tell if your spouse is your spiritual equal or not. Now, we've looked through the quadrants, the four quadrants. There are, in fact, 8 different cubes. We're going to make this into a 3-dimensional chart very soon, but I need to start with the 2-dimensional graph so that you can understand exactly where we're going. From the beginning, the foundations, the simple basics, the fundamentals, okay? Before we get into a 3D chart that might be a little bit more complicated, okay? Okay, so is your spouse your spiritual equal? In other words, is your spouse in the same quadrant as you? There are 4 quadrants. We've gone through these quadrants in the last 4 or 5 videos. How to move from quadrant 2 into quadrant 1, from quadrant 3 into quadrant 1, and from quadrant 4 into quadrant 1. Basically, you need to have a lot of love and knowledge to be in quadrant 1. Quadrant 2, you lack love, but you have knowledge. In quadrant 3, you have love, but no knowledge. So dangerous. In quadrant 4, no love, no knowledge. Physical body is in danger, your physical space is not safe. So you've worked hard, right? You've been able to move from quadrants 2, 3, or 4 into quadrant 1. You're healthy, you're wealthy, you're full of love, people around you love you, you love the people around you. Life is fantastic, right? Okay. But you're dating somebody, or you're engaged to somebody, or you're married to somebody who you can tell is in a quadrant 2, 3, or 4. What kinds of relationships come out of these types of mixes? And that's what we're going to explore in this video. So I'm going to assume that you watching and you watched my previous videos and you've managed to move yourself into quadrant 1, where you're healthy, you're wealthy, you're full of love. You have your own peaceful space, people around you love you, you love the people around you, you're wealthy, you have enough to buy what you need. You know what I'm saying? You have enough to pay your bills, you have access to go out and have a good time, and you're healthy. You can walk, you can talk, you can wake up, do your makeup, go out, look fabulous, dance, enjoy life, eat, the right foods. But you're dating somebody who's in quadrant 2. So let's start with that. You're in quadrant 1, and you're dating somebody, or you're married to somebody, or you're, in a relationship, engaged, whatever, who you can tell is in quadrant 2. What would be the characteristics of this type of relationship, right? So this person in quadrant 2 has a lot of knowledge, right? So they could be a boss in a company, own their own businesses, very financially successful, but they lack love. They didn't grow up with love. They still don't even know how to love themselves and other people, but they're trying, and it's hard. And you're dating this person, right? And you see that they have all the financial success, but they can't even love you the way you want to be, the way you need to be loved. They can't even love themselves. So you keep on trying to tell them, oh, okay, I love you, so I trust you, and I'm going to give you, flowers just because. And they're like, why are you wasting money? Save this money. So, they begin to look at things in a very, very, have these rose tinted glasses that are just covered with, this costs too much, don't do this. They can't even enjoy the money, right? Because there's no love. So you clash a lot. And so if you're in quadrant 1 and you're dating someone in quadrant 2, or you're married to someone in quadrant 2, there'll be lots of disagreements about how money is being spent. Because you love them, you buy them gifts. They won't buy you gifts. Why? What profit am I going to get out of that, right? There's no love. I love you, I want to make you smile. So, I want to spend time with you. They're like, why are we spending time, wasting time at the beach? I should be in the office right now. You know what I'm saying? So their values are completely different. They want to, spend time, money in a way that is completely different from you. You're in quadrant 1, you're wealthy, you're in an abundance mindset. You know money will always come back. You know love is always going to be in abundance. You're going to be healthy. But they don't know that. So there's a lot of fear of loss. There's a lot of knowledge, there's money, but because of the lack of love, they live in a lot of fear. They think everything can disappear any minute. I don't love this person may not love me. Let me save. So they can't even spend time and money with you for quality time and quality money, because to them it's a waste. Why? They need to make profit out of everything. So you will clash a lot. When you want to take them out, they say no, save the money. They won't even take you out because why bother? So everything is looked at from a profit perspective. The rose-tinted glasses are one of how profitable will it be for me to spend time with this person? How profitable will it be for me to, hang out with this person? How profitable will it be for me to spend money on this person? Can they give me children? Can he give me a house, a car? If not, why am I here? I can't love this person. Why? So because of that lack of love, they can't even get to know who you are, because they are thinking in terms of profit, in terms of money, in terms of how will this benefit me. We've talked about quadrant 2 people being predominantly narcissistic. They're all about how they don't love anybody. To them, they understand wealth, they understand psychology, they understand so much. They understand entrepreneurship, they understand accounting, they understand business. But because of the lack of love, they can't love you, they can't love themselves unless they work on who they are and they begin to move into quadrant 1. So they wouldn't, every time they reach out to you, trust me, it has to benefit them in some way. So if they call you, it's because they want something. If they want to hang out, if they even want to marry you, it's because they want something. They want you to have children for them. They want you to stay at home and cook. Or they want you to buy a house for them. They want you to pay school fees for their siblings. They want you to, pay for their parents' vacation. So you have to really, really understand that you will always clash because your values are different. You are looking from love. You want to get to know them. You want to spend time with them. You want to spend money on them. They are looking for, there's no profit in this. I'm out of here. Okay? So that is a quadrant 1 and 2 relationship. The values are different. There will be clashes. The minute they don't see any profit from you, they're going to go and you will be heartbroken. Now let's look at a quadrant 1, quadrant 3 relationship. You are in quadrant 1 and you're dating somebody who loves you, but they don't even understand. They don't have the knowledge, right? The knowledge is lacking of how best to express that love to you. They haven't taken the time to study you to know, oh, okay, she likes chocolates and I'm going to get her, a box when next time in Switzerland. Or he likes, to watch Manchester United play with, so I'll get him tickets to the next game. They haven't spent the time. They love you, but to put in the work, the discipline required to really express that love, they haven't been able to do it. So they'll have resources, they might waste it. They know you like chocolates, but they will buy you cotton candy or something. They know you like, Manchester United, but they will get you the wrong tickets for the wrong game. And you're like, do you even know me, right? So, they're willing to spend time with you. They're willing to spend money on you. But they're not absorbing who you are. The knowledge, the discipline to really make the relationship work is not there. It's easier to fix. You can just calm them down. Tell them, look, we're here together. We're here for a long time. Spend, try and understand me. This is how you should do this, and this is how, and also vice versa. You listen to them. What do they like? So that everybody can be happy. Okay? So in a relationship whereby you're in quadrant 1 and the person you're dating or married to is in quadrant 3, a lot of mistakes will be made. A lot of misunderstandings again, because they do want to spend time with you, they do love you, but they just don't know the basics of, you know, how to manage a relationship, how to show the love properly, how to pay attention to who you are and what you like. So you might have to just slow them down and tell them, look, this is what I actually like, okay? Respect that and, you know, honor it. And if they're ready to change it, apologize and begin to make some changes. Okay, so let's move into another type of relationship where you have quadrants. One, dating a quadrant 4 person. I mean, this is where you get a lot of interesting dynamics, right? So you have someone, you're in quadrant 1, you're full of love, health, and wealth. And you're dating someone in quadrant 1 who is either physically ill, you know, or just had a physical accident, or is incarcerated. I mean, how? You're going to pour in so much to try to pull them out of their physical pain. So either you're going to start paying hospital bills, or you're going to be visiting them in detention or in jail, or you're going to be, you know, helping them with one court legal battle or the other. I mean, they're in a lot of distress, right? And you now become like a savior. So you're not going to have a very enjoyable relationship. Your money will be going into bills, legal battles, you know, trying to exonerate this person. And if it gets really, really bad, of course, it gets into premature death, which is not what we want. So a relationship with someone in a quadrant 4, when you're in quadrant 1, is quite dangerous as well, because your resources, most of your wealth, most of your time, most of your health, most of your love, no matter how much you love this person, you may not be able to heal them. If they have a terminal illness, you know, cancer or whatever, you're in the hospital every day, you're paying all the bills, you're buying all the medicine, but they're still ill, and heaven forbid, they still die. So, you know, it's almost a doomed relationship, unless there's a miracle. And, you know, you're able to spend enough money, get the right drugs with prayers and spiritual support. They are pulled into the quadrant 1 with you, where they can now be healthy, they're happy, they're blessed, there's love, there's wealth, and you can enjoy it. So in all 3 relationships, you find that you're pouring in so much love. You're spending time to teach in quadrant 2, in quadrant 3. In quadrant 2, you're spending resources, but they're not appreciating it because they don't see a profit in it for them. In quadrant 3, you're spending again. They may or may not be physically well, especially if they're in an abusive relationship, or if they're suffering post-traumatic, you know, trauma, post-traumatic stress disorder from trauma or physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse they've gone through. And you've now tried to pull this person into your quadrant 1, and they're still crying, waking up at night, you know, having flashbacks. You're dealing with a lot of baggage from a quadrant 4 person in a relationship. I mean, it's one of the worst. So you find this relationship, no matter how handsome or beautiful the person is, after a while it can't work, because you are so healthy, wealthy, and blessed that you're pouring in all of this into this person. And sometimes they may be able to heal, you know, quickly, like I explained in the last episode, how to move from quadrant 4 into quadrant 1. They may be able to move with you and, you know, give you a great time, but sometimes they may not, and it can be really, really sad and tragic. So you really have to think about who you're spending your time, your life with, your spouse. Are they, you know, in the same quadrant with you? Are they your spiritual equals? So the ideal will be to date and marry someone in the same quadrant 1 as you are in, so that you're both healthy, wealthy, and blessed, and full of love. And you don't waste time trying to teach this person. They're full of knowledge as well. They understand you, your nuances, what makes you happy, what makes you smile, what makes you, you know, and they're doing all these little things, leaving you nice little love notes. They just know. You've taken the time to study you. You don't have to teach them. You don't have to pour so much into them, into healing their baggage, trauma, and all of those things. They're healthy, so you're not spending time in the hospital all the time. So think very deeply. Who are you with? Are they your spiritual equal? And if not, are you being drained to the point where you just can't do this anymore? And if they are not your spiritual equal, what are you going to do about it? Because in the long run, you will be completely drained. And heaven forbid, you know, it turns into a premature death. So let's all look into our relationships. The most intimate relationship you have is one with your spouse, and you need to find out if that person is your spiritual equal or not. And if they are not, you need to find a way to help them become who they should be. And if they still, are unable to, you know what to do. I won't say it. Well, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Like and subscribe and share with as many people as you feel might be interested in this content. Thank you. Goodbye.